Launched that in a combination of mail and calendar, and these spaces now sort of persist. So if you have an existing workflow going and perhaps you want to look at an iMessage that came through, you can immediately switch over to iMessage, or you can go back to this pre-existing space that you had, bring up the dock again, hold, drag, replaces that space, and if you pop down, now you just have this kind of pop over experience. And this can move over to the other side depending on what workflow you're working with.
And how do you bring up the dock? You just swipe up from the bottom?
Swipe right up from the bottom like that, and if you swipe all the way up, you get to this new sort of control center. You've got like force touch here, more detail available really quickly, and of course all of your apps. And you'll notice too that again this, if you have an open workflow, they will stick together so you can kind of quickly go back. If I go back to
is that how you access Control Center now? You don't do that kind of...
You can also double click the home button like you're familiar with, but it's a really natural sort of move. The ProMotion that was talked about is really incredible. The best way to look at it is really with like a text-heavy type of web page. So we'll load this cool Hong Kong Lonely Planet, and with this type of content right now, the content is not moving, so it's refreshing at 24 frames per second. Excellent for battery conservation, energy consumption, and as soon as we start to scroll, it's like amazing. You can see that you can easily read the text even as I'm scrolling, so it's now refreshing at 120 hertz completely seamlessly. So it's dynamically adjusting to the content on the display.
Oh, you mentioned force touch just now. Is it actually force touch, or is it simply kind of long touch?
In this case, it's long touch.
Okay, right, just want to be clear on that. Yes. So the dock, it disappears when you're within an app, you just swipe up from the bottom to bring it up.
Exactly right, I'll show that to you again.
What's the maximum number of items that can be in that dock?
I believe it's 19.
Okay, these are sort of 3 that are context sensitive, basically Siri driven.
That's right. It's Siri driven is the right way to say it. They typically can be most frequently used or most recently used or driven off Siri intelligence. Yeah.